This is the evaluation blog for a short film speed date. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms conventions of real media products? I'd say that we use a lot of the sort of conventions of short films, in the sense that the film is, it's about 5 minutes long. We use very few locations, literally one location. We only have we have one main actor and a few supporting actors, so we don't use that many actors. And I'd say that we develop some sort of forms of comedy, I'd say quite well, in terms of sort of character comedy. Because obviously we have the main character, we have James, the main character, and he's developing the whole way throughout the film. And we also have the smaller supporting actors which help to develop James and sort of shape his character throughout the film. And I think that we used the character comedy and developed it quite well through all these different characters and their different quirks and traits. Given the film its humour and its comedy. I'd say that in some ways we did challenge sort of some forms of comedy as well, because some of the comedy was possibly quite sort of controversial, and maybe it was sort of some stuff that we shouldn't have done. We shouldn't have sort of gone there and pushed the boundaries of that comedy. What have you learned from your audience feedback? We had some good audience feedback, and we've had some bad audience feedback. First, for the good stuff, some people said that it was very sort of appropriate for like a modern audience, the humour and the style of it, and this is what we were aiming for when we went for sort of our target audience. We wanted it to be for people sort of our sort of age, maybe a bit older, possibly a bit younger, but definitely for a modern audience. And for people to say that that's what we've hit, I'm glad that we managed to do that. The actors, people said that the actors that we chose for the roles were sort of very good choices, that they made the characters, they really, they were what they envisaged the character to be, and it made the character sort of very easily relatable to the audience, and therefore made the characters in the film more believable in that sort of sense. We had like I said a minute ago, some people told us that we pushed the humour maybe too far, that maybe we should have toned it back and made it more subtle, and we need to simply challenge the sort of the comedic conventions and not sort of overstep the boundary on them, which we did quite a few times, and made those parts of the film maybe not so funny, and that maybe we shouldn't have, like I said, we shouldn't have done that. We also had that in some of the shots the actual quality of the image is it's not as good. There's some out of focus shots, and also the continuity isn't that great throughout some of it. Sort of characters' clothes change. There's actually like in the background the blinds and that they change where they are in the shot, and glasses and that sort of thing. And they're all small things, but again they sort of take away from the world of the film. Now the reason for this, and also for the humour going too far, is that some of it was unscripted, and the bit where the humour was pushing too far were the unscripted bits, and I feel that we shouldn't have done those, and maybe we should have just stick to the script entirely, and therefore it would have been sort of a much neater, more rounded film. But yeah.